Hey, what's up? This is Jesus Morel. This is Broken Knuckles Podcast, and thank you very much for coming back. So today, I feel very lucky. I have an interview with Mr. BeyondToxin. We're going to have a little conversation with him, run a set, and then watch him manhandle me because he's probably a bully like the rest of them. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you?
Good, man. Good.
Shaolin Trap Dungeon.
All right, so I'm going to have to change after this character because it's
Yep.
absolutely the wrong guy. But yeah, so starting off, let's do the real basic logistics. Who are you? Where you live? What are you about? All that good stuff.
Oh man. Well, my name is Juan Contreras, also known as BeyondToxin, and currently 22 years old. Going to school right now for health sciences. Should be done getting my bachelor's degree hopefully within the next year or so. And basically, I'm just some dude who likes to press buttons and collect sneakers.
Yeah, I like that. So let me ask you. Okay, so real talk. I've been following your little escapades now since MKX, where if I'm not mistaken, it was Devore, right? That was your character.
No, it was actually Ermac.
Ermac. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I get you two mixed up. You and Honeybee.
Honeybee. Yep, I knew it. I was about to say you might be thinking about Honeybee.
Yes, the name's
Everyone
bad.
gets confused.
Yeah, man, my bad. But yes, Ermac. Yes. But yeah, so you've been playing for a while and you're still a young dude. So what got you started? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
So basically, one night, one of my like good friends from like high school just, one day he was just like, yo, like, are you gonna get the new Mortal Kombat X? I was like, I don't think so. And he's like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna change that. So literally, like the night of, he just went ahead and bought Mortal Kombat X for me, and from there, that's when I started playing.
so you was just kind of good from the get-go. What let you know that that you had something going there?
I wouldn't say I was really good from the get-go. It was more of just like over time I noticed I started getting better, because definitely like if you were to ever watch like probably like my first ever like maybe like a couple months of playing Mortal Kombat, maybe year, it's probably the most ugliest playstyle you probably ever witnessed in your life.
I hear what you're saying.
And to this day, like I definitely go back and watch ESL like season 2 days and the season 3 days of like how I used to play, and I'm just like, wow, like I can't believe I used to play like that and used to get away with a lot of things. But mainly when like I knew that I was gonna make it, or like not really make it, more like when I knew I was starting to get somewhere, was probably when I made top 8 season 2. I think it was week 1 or 2, I can't remember. I actually beat Wound Cowboy to make top 8.
Oh wow.
And yeah, and then that same week that I made top 8, I actually ended up reverse 3-0ing Pick of the Hut, and then I ended up losing to the Sonic Fox that same week. So from there on out, like, I kind of told myself, I was like, yo, like, you got talent, you should definitely consider pursuing this as like an actual, like, not really career, but like just something that you want to do for fun or something like that. And I was like, oh, all right, perfect. So I'll go ahead and do that then.
Well, I'll say this. I've been playing. Okay. I think my first game was Karate Champ, which was like a very long time ago. And having the kind of talent that you have, sir, as such a being your first game you play, yeah, you got some skill there, sir. That's
Yeah.
Be mindful of that. You know what I mean? Some people play for years and they still nowhere near.
And that's what my dad was telling me, like, because like early in my years of my career, like I was really hard on my losses and stuff like that. So my dad, like, exactly same thing. Like he told me, he's like, yo, like there's people out there that have been coming to tournaments for years and can like barely make it out of pools or even break a top 8. He's like, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, you have talent. Like, be proud of what you have, because not everyone can do what you do. And I'm like, damn, like that's actually some like real facts right there.
Oh yeah, your dad's a smart man. You're a lucky dude, man.
Very.
All right, so let me ask you this. Thinking back on all the stuff you did, what would you consider to be your hypest win? What was the win that made you just like, oh my God, this is why I do this?
My win over Tweety at KIT, I think it was like 2017 when I first made my offline top 8. Definitely that one was kind of just like, okay, like you're finally, like, you're not there, but you definitely have more potential, because that year I was on a slump of just getting ninth after ninth after ninth after ninth. Like I got like 3 9th places in a row, And they're like, yo, like when is this gonna stop? I'm like, I have no idea when it's gonna stop. And then whatchamacallit, and then that tournament, you know, at that time I was under the Noble brand, so you know, me, Tweety, Dragon, Raptor, you know, I think Dragon and Raptor already had made top 8 at that point. So then it was either just between me and Tweety, and I was like, dang, like this is about to be a team kill. Like we almost had it all Noble top 8. And yeah, and the crazy thing is that in that match I was actually down like 2-1, and you know, during, you know, I took a break, and I even told myself, I'm like, yo, like you're literally down 2-1. If you lose, like you're stuck with this curse. And I just somehow kicked everything into gear, and I somehow managed to come back and beat him.
Oh, sweet. Well, yeah, I remember Tweety back in the day. So was this MKX? Am I thinking?
This was MKX, yes.
Yeah, because it was his, oh my God, what was it? Kenshi, right?
Yeah, Kenshi, possessed, yep.
And I remember that. Yeah, see, like, MKX, no, actually, Injustice 1 was the first game I played again after, like, a very long time playing. It was actually the first game that I found out about the FGC. Okay. And then, when MKX came out, Kenshi Possessed was the only, like, I was just learning how to play games again. And I remember I used to watch Pig of the Hut and Tweety at the end, because, oh, they're playing my guy. So this is how you're supposed to play it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, so you beat his Kenshi, because his Kenshi at the end was, like, pretty fucking scary.
It was really good, especially after, like, Possessed got some of, like, the buffs that he needed. It was really good.
So, what would you consider to be your most disappointing loss? What was the loss that made you just like make you rethink stuff? Like, all right, what am I doing wrong here?
Definitely when I lost to Yuppie at ESL Season 3 Finals. That was literally a $5,000 money match that I just, you know, I played terribly, and he ended up taking it over me. And that was actually one of those moments where, like, I was really, like, super hard on myself. And that's when my dad, again, like, told me, he's like, yo, like, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, you're literally out of the 16 people in the world, like, you made it here.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, you got a point.
Good. Oh, all right. Yeah. All right. So, I like to get to know little people. If I'm not mistaken, you like some animes, right? What would be your favorite?
Animes? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yes.
I know. Which one's your favorite? What's your favorite right now? What do you
My
what do you watch?
favorite right now, so I currently am watching My Hero Academia, which I absolutely adorably love. And then currently waiting on the Demon Slayer movie. Obviously, you know, I'm a Dragon Ball fan. There's no doubt about that. Like everyone is. And then what else? I'm on JoJo's Part 4. I finished Shippuden. I started Fire Force, but that started off pretty slow, so I didn't really like continue watching Fire Force. But I've been meaning to get back into it. But it's been kind of tough because work, school, and you know, my whole gaming thing going on. Like I never had time, and then like now I just started going back into the gym. So like by the time I get home, like I literally make my protein shake. You know, I lay in bed and I'm just like, yeah, I'm ready to go to sleep. Like I don't got time anymore. But definitely, if I had to name my favorite current anime right now, it's a tough battle between My Hero and Demon Slayer. But I'll probably have to choose Demon Slayer.
Okay. I haven't seen neither one of those. Like
really?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. What was the last one? Oh, you know what I watched? I watched the Netflix ones because I like them. Like Seven Deadly Sins.
Seven Deadly Sins, Death Note.
Not Death Note, but was it Icarus? No, what's that name? The one that's on now, the boxing one. It's like
Megalobox.
No. It's like Lysius or something like that. It's
I don't know.
Yeah, it's well, if you like boxing style combat. I mean, it's the anime, so it's the same, you know, story stuff, whatever. But I like the way they do the boxing. They make it look real hype. Yeah, that's one of the ones I'm really enjoying right now. And my son, he keeps telling me to get into JoJo. So I started watching JoJo on Netflix.
Yes.
But they said, yeah, that's not the one that everyone talks about. So you just gotta wait.
Oh wow. So wait, which JoJo are you watching then?
No, because what is it? The first season's on Netflix, and it's not until like the third season do like the things called the stands come out, and all
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. The third part is when actual like things start to get real. Like for example, like when I started watching it, I actually enjoyed part one and part two.
Mm-hmm.
But once part three, I think it's called the Starlight Crusaders or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's when things start to get real. People start to have stands, and that's when everything just gets so much better.
Okay. All
And
right.
like the characters themselves. Oh, it's
Mm-hmm.
Stardust Crusaders. I just looked it up. Stardust, not Starlight. Stardust Crusaders.
Stardust Crusaders. All right. So I
Yeah,
just
but
gotta
like,
push through that.
yeah. I mean, me personally, okay. Like, if anyone watches this, I apologize in advance if you're a JoJo fan. But part one, I enjoyed thoroughly because like you were getting to know the characters and stuff like that. Part two took a little longer for me to enjoy, so I actually skipped some of part two to move on to part three.
Mm.
And I loved every single bit of part three, and right now I'm just trying to find time to finish four.
Okay. See, like,
Mhm.
oh man,
Round two.
I was going through some old videos I got, and there was some, like, do you remember Cowboy Bebop? You know what I'm
Cowboy
talking
Bebop,
about?
I sure do.
Yeah, yeah. See, those are the ones that when I was really watching, it was back in those days. Like Cowboy Bebop, Ninja Scroll, oh my God. Yeah, see? Just for everyone watching, as I could tell you, he is a bully, just like I said he would be. But but yeah, like those old ones. God damn it. And I found a bunch of them on the a hard drive I got. And oh my God, it just got me really thinking about that stuff. But anyway,
Interesting.
back in the day, right? So when you was a kid, what was the cartoons that you were looking forward to when you was getting home from school? You got home from school,
Oh,
and what were you putting on?
oh man. I was definitely putting on just the old Spider-Man show they used to show on I think it was on Disney Channel.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely Courage the Cowardly Dog, Ed and Eddie, Powerpuff Girls. Um, what else? What else? Johnny Bravo, Tom and Jerry. And then at night you have Everybody Hates Chris, George Lopez, and I mean, man, it's just so crazy how like I realize how much like watching TV has changed because like now I can't even tell you when's the last time I actually turned on the TV to actually watch like regular cable. But like
Right.
back in the day, like that was my best friend. Like I used to get home, turn on a cartoon or something like that, and just watch or binge or something. And now it's more just like everything's on streaming platforms and stuff. So it's kind of just like, damn, like you guys had it you have it good now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you know what? I still watch TV. I'm an old man. I don't care. And Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You know that show?
Oh, absolutely. They have that one famous scene where they're all lined up together and then they all start singing a song or something like that.
Yes. Well, they have a lot of scenes like that, but yeah, yeah. That's my current favorite show. Like that one, and there's this other one called Superstore. And actually, starting this week, they're gonna come on back to back. So I'm pretty excited about that. My Thursday is gonna have a good hour. But yeah, dude, I like that show. All right, so let me ask you this, right? So you being a young guy, and you sound like you have a fairly clear idea what you want to do with stuff.
Round
All right, I'm gonna ask you a hard question.
Go
Where
for
do
it.
you see yourself at 50?
Where do I see myself at 50?
Yeah.
I honestly hope it's me in my own practice and hopefully married and a wife and 2 kids.
All right. Well, but like, what does your life look like? What are you doing?
My life? Oh,
Yeah.
I have my own practice, my own whatchamacallit? Like my own optometrist office.
I hear you.
And
So-
just be a doctor and enjoy life. I definitely, one of my main goals is to retire my parents.
Mhm.
Definitely want to do that.
You want to tell your
Um,
parents? That sounds a little harsh.
No, I mean,
No, I played. Like, retire, you put them to sleep.
yeah, like just let them relax, enjoy their adulthood or older adulthood.
Oh yeah.
And then what else? And yeah, and just enjoying myself to the greatest, raising my kids, managing my
You
own
want kids?
business. Absolutely, I want 2. I don't care if it's a boy or a girl. I'll take 2 kids. If it's 2 girls, it's 2 girls. If it's 2 boys, it's 2 boys. I'll take it.
Oh, look at that there. So what kind of dad it would? Oh, I got a question. I was thinking about this earlier. I didn't know if I wanted to ask you this, but actually, I definitely do now. So, the two things. What is the one punishment that you're never going to do to your kids that you got, and what's the one that you're definitely going to use because it was super effective for you?
That I don't know, because I feel like I wouldn't really say like raising a child is like raising a dog, but at the same time, like when it comes to disciplining your kids, you definitely have to do it like in a way where it does not like scar them like too much, you know? Like for example, like when it comes to like dogs and like pets and stuff like that, I was never against hitting them.
Right.
Like that, I was. I mean, I was never about that. Like I'm super huge. Like I'm against that. But whenever like my dogs would normally do something like not good, I would just grab them and I'd throw them in the cage because they never liked the cages.
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, with kids, probably just take away their prized possessions or something. Depending, you just gotta take something away that they enjoy.
All right. Well, I want you to think. I'm talking about for you. Like, so what was something that happened to you? Like, all right, well, yeah, I didn't like this. So was it the prized possessions? Did you like not
Prized
like?
possessions, absolutely. If I ever came home with a bad grade or a failed test or something like that, immediately my dad would look at my paper. He's like, "Damn, like why'd you get a D?" I'm like, "Oh well, like I didn't do so well." He's like, "Oh, well you didn't study enough, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then he would literally go upstairs, unplug my Xbox, and take it to his closet.
Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. I like your dad. Your dad's my man. I like him.
And
All
literally, I would sit there and I'm like, wow, I guess I'm not playing with my boys this weekend. And I'm telling you, like this was in middle school, so we're talking about prime time, Halo 2, NW2 days, where like all your boys are getting on throughout the weekend, and if you're not on, they'll move on without you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that sucked because my friends would text me like, yo, get on Halo, get on Call of Duty. I'm like, nah, bro, like I brought home a bad progress report, can't play. And then eventually, like, my dad will kind of feel bad after a while, and he's like, "Look, like, I'll give it back to you, but if your report card comes back worse or not or the same, then he's like, I'm taking it away until your progress report's better."
I like that. So let me ask you this then. What would be your so far? Just trust me. Like, okay, so understand this. I got 4 kids, and they're all kinds of ages. Your dad's going to be giving you advice for the rest of your life. Thus far, what's been your favorite bit of dad advice?
Favorite of dad advice? Honestly, just enjoy life. One of the biggest things that he's taught me is that when it comes to money and stuff like that, obviously spend however much you make. Because again, like I collect sneakers and stuff like that, so you have people that think very differently on certain things. Like a lot of people think it's stupid that I drop $200 to $300 on sneakers, and sometimes I'm a big fashion guy, so sometimes like I'll drop $90 to $100 on a T-shirt. Everyone's like, "Oh my goodness, like that's so stupid. Like you can do so much more with that money." But first thing is, money comes and goes. My dad says your time on earth does not. So if you want to get something and you can afford it or whatever, go for it. But just make smart decisions with your money at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, it comes and goes. Your time on this earth doesn't.
Right.
Another thing is that it's almost like the same thing with like the whole like buying stuff and whatnot. My parents grew up with having me at the age of, my dad was 20, my mom was 19. Fresh out of high school, my dad was starting college, my mom didn't go to college. So my parents had to learn how to struggle a bit. They lived with my grandparents. They helped them out a lot and stuff like that to get back on their feet. And my parents raised me well. Like I didn't have a bad childhood. And the biggest thing that I asked my dad the other day, because I noticed that a lot of my friends are moving out, but then I also realized that they're having roommates when they move out. So my dad was like, "Yo, back then when we were growing up, things were a lot cheaper to live off of." And he's like, "I don't understand how in society nowadays, how they expect you to work a full-time job or a part-time job, go to school full-time, and pay off your student debt, and somehow manage to afford rent, light bill, internet, car insurance, all that stuff." He's like, "Nah." So basically, I live at home, so that's why I have some type of a leeway when it comes to splurging myself. And my dad just literally told me, he's like, "I'm not allowing you to go into school debt, and as long as you want to, you can live in this house rent free. But just I have to stay in school. That's my catch. If as soon as I drop out of school, then it's like, well, if you're not in school and betting yourself, then you have to start paying rent. But at the moment, I don't."
Right. And so you got scholarships? Is he's paying or you paying yourself? Like how's
No,
that?
I'm running through the financial aid.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and then I have some scholarships, like bright futures and stuff like that. But
Right.
mainly just whatchamacallit, the financial aid.
Yeah. So yeah, don't. No, don't do like I did when I was younger. Don't like, all right, well, I can max this out, and then that would give me XYZ extra money right now. It's not worth it. You want to like force yourself. I know it might be hard sometimes. Force yourself to keep in mind that living as broke as you can now will benefit you, 10, 20 years down. Well, 10 years definitely when you're in your 30s, because then you won't have any of that debt over your head. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and that's what my dad tells me. He's like, you struggle now to succeed and enjoy life later.
Exactly.
Son.
You got a
But
good
then,
dad.
you know,
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, no, trust me. If it wasn't for my dad, man, I honestly don't even know where I'd be sometimes. Honestly, I really don't.
All right, that's good stuff, man. And you know what's cool too? Like, so this is just kind of how things are. The way your dad was is the kind of dad you will most likely be unless you do something crazy. You know.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I definitely aspire to be, if anything, just like my dad or better, of course.
Right. Oh, that's cool, man. All right, so I only got two more quick questions, and these are like I'm still trying to find my thing, and I like these, so these are gonna be kind of my thing. I'm a big ethics kind of person. I think a lot about it, and one of my favorite all-time ethics problems is the trolley problem. You know that problem?
I do not know that problem actually.
Okay, so the trolley problem is simply this: you're on a trolley, and your trolley is full of people, and you're the driver.
Okay.
So as you're going down the rail, there's a problem on one track that you're on. There is a group of 5 people, right?
Okay.
And then if you switch to the other track, you'll run the trolley that you're on into the wall, which would kill, you and everybody on there.
Okay.
So what do? Do you kill the 5 people and save everybody on the train? Or do you not kill those 5 people and maybe kill everybody on the train? You understand what I'm saying?
Oh wow, that's a tough question. Huh. Depends. How many people are on the train?
15.
15. Hmm.
And then we can't leave until you answer, just so you know.
Damn, that's actually a tough question because I mean I've heard about scenarios like that. Um, hmm.
Come
So
on
let
now.
me get this straight. So
Yeah.
there's 15 people on my train,
Yes.
and then
If you don't hit the 5 people, you run into the railing, and maybe everyone lives, maybe everyone dies, but there's 15 lives versus the 5. You definitely kill 5 and you definitely save 15, or you definitely save 5 and you risk killing 15.
yeah, no, I'm definitely saving 5 and I'm risking killing 15 because I'd rather take that risk than actually like guaranteeing to kill 5 when there's a slight chance that everyone can still live. Yeah, I'll take
Even
that
though
one.
you're part of the 15.
Even though I'm part of the 15, absolutely, I'll take that risk.
Ah, interesting. Okay. All
I
right.
will take that risk because I don't know if I could actually like, guarantee to kill 5 people. If I could still save them and potentially still save the people that on the 15 train, absolutely.
So you take the risk. Okay. I
Yep.
respect that. I definitely respect that. All right. One last thing. It's the riddle. I like riddles. So this riddle is one of my favorite riddles because it's very difficult, but it's really simple once you know the answer.
Okay.
All right. So you are in a hole. The hole is 10 feet deep. Around you is a circular, you're like a cylinder, right? So the walls are no, I'm sorry, you're not in a hole, you're in a cylinder. Like you're in a cylinder. The walls are 4 feet thick concrete. The cylinder is 10 feet deep, and the floor is 4 feet thick of concrete on the floor, right? All you have
Okay.
is a stick and a saw, like a hand saw.
Mhm.
One stick, one hand saw. How do you get out?
One stick and one handsaw.
Yep.
Hold on. You're gonna have to ask that again after this because like while playing, I kind of like lost my train of thought.
Fair enough.
Okay, so ask that again. So
All right.
you're in a hole.
No,
You
you're not
have
a hole.
you have
That was my
stick-
bad. Not a hole. Not a hole.
Oh,
You're in
okay.
a cylinder. Okay.
Okay,
You're in a
solid.
concrete cylinder. The cylinder is 10 feet high.
Okay.
The walls are 4 feet thick concrete, and you
Okay.
have 4 feet thick concrete beneath you. Okay.
Okay.
All you have is a saw, a hand saw, like you cut wood,
Mhm.
and a stick, a meter-long stick, a 3-foot stick.
Okay.
How do you get out?
So walls are 10 feet high. You said right?
Yes.
And
Smooth
then
concrete. Yes.
and the walls are 4 feet thick.
Yes.
Meaning, if you try to climb out or dig your way out, it's gonna be pretty difficult because it's 4 feet thick.
Yes. And all you have is a saw and a stick.
A stick. Wow. Mm.
It's a riddle. So reiterate that.
I don't know, honestly. You can't really jump it because no one can jump 10 feet high.
Mm-hmm.
You got a saw and a stick. You're definitely not doing anything with that. But you're in a cylinder, though. I'm trying to think of cylinder. It's almost like it's not. It's like almost like a cup. Like if you were stuck in a cup, I guess.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. I don't know. How would you get out?
All right. So you're going to be mad. So what you do is you take your saw and you cut your stick in half. 2 halves make a hole. You put a hole on the wall and you crawl out. See? Makes sense now, huh?
Kind of, yes.
It's a linguistical kind of riddle.
Yeah, a linguistic riddle, not a reality riddle.
Never said it was, sir. Never said it was.
Yep.
All right. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate this. Thank you for the ass whooping. Thank you for all the questions. You have been awesome. And hey, real talk, tell your dad that if nothing else in the world, he has one man who definitely respects what he does. All right?
For sure, man. I definitely will.
All right. All right. So Broken Knuckles podcast. Thank you very much, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll talk to y'all later.